and the harmonics that an instrument makes all work together to create its unique sound, or timbre. Let's take a look at the waves of some other instruments and compare their harmonics. Here is the graphic representation of a trombone playing A220. Notice the shape of the wave. Again, the big part of the wave appears to be similar to the cello and the sine wave, but the smaller inconsistencies of the wave are quite different. Let's look at it in 3D. What other frequencies are represented in the 3D image of the trombone? Are they the same as the cello or different? Are the amplitudes of the other frequencies similar to those of the cello or different? Is the fundamental frequency about the same amplitude? Which of the harmonics appear to have higher amplitudes? Which of the harmonics appear to have lower amplitudes? Note the clear differences between the cello and trombone waves. All of these differences contribute to the unique sound of the two instruments, or their timbre. Now, let's look at the wave from another instrument. We can note again, as we look at the graph of the wave and compare it to a sine wave, it is clearly not a sine wave. This complex wave, again, is not the same as the cello or the trombone. Let's take a look at these in 3D. Note the similarities between the harmonics in the cello and the trombone and the clarinet. Note the differences. Take a moment to write down one similarity and one difference that you can see. As you can see, each of these instruments has a unique set of harmonics that combine to form the timbre of that instrument. Even the human voice, in fact, every human voice, has its own set of unique harmonics that come together to form its timbre. Let's take a look at the waves of two different human voices and compare the harmonics. As you can see, even while the singers were singing the same pitch, the waves look very different. Each voice has a unique timbre. So let's review what we've learned in this lesson. First, we learned about sine waves, perfect waves that really don't occur by themselves in nature. These are pure sounds of a single frequency that are usually generated by a computer or some other tone generator. Next, we looked at the waves generated by a cello. We noted that the wave was much more inconsistent than the sine wave. There was definitely more happening in that wave. As we looked at the 3D representation of that wave, we noticed that there were certainly other frequencies in there, namely 440, 660, and 880. And those frequencies had very different amplitudes than the note or pitch that we hear, the fundamental. All sounds that we hear on a daily basis are made up of a variety of sine waves. These are known as complex waves. The note that we identify is known as the fundamental, and the other frequencies that are in the wave are known as the harmonics. These frequencies all work together to form the unique sound of an instrument known as its timbre. As we look at a variety of waves generated by instruments and voices, we can see that the harmonics all come in a variety of amplitudes. These amplitudes are different in every instrument that we studied. In fact, every voice has a unique set of harmonics that work together to give it a unique quality. In our next lesson, we will look at these harmonics and try to find some relationship between harmonics and the notes that we understand and work with on a daily basis as musicians. Thank you for joining me for Where Music Meets Science, Timbre and Complex Waves. I hope that you'll join me again soon for the third lesson of our series, Frequency and Harmonics. For now, So long from the North Carolina School of Science and Math.